Welcome back for another exciting class, Year 9. Today we're going to be looking at lines that only go through one axis or have one intercept. So there is a bit of a twist on this, but let's have a look at it. What do you think these lines might be? Well, vertical lines are the first type of line. You think of a vertical line. If I actually draw a Cartesian plane, so an x-axis and a y-axis, and I was to draw a vertical line that only goes through the x-axis, never contacts the y-axis. Here's another vertical line. Here's another vertical line. Even if we put the vertical line on top of the y-axis, we say that it's got an x-intercept at 0. So vertical lines are in the form x equals wherever they pass through the x-axis. So if this was over at 3, this vertical line passes through the x-axis at 3, it would be the line x equals 3. If this was minus 7 here, this vertical line passes through the y-axis at minus 7, so its equation is x equals minus 7, and so on. So vertical lines only have an x-intercept. Horizontal lines. So you take a horizontal line, we have an x-axis and a y-axis. If I draw a horizontal line, let's say that's at 2, there's 1. This is a horizontal line, it passes through the y-axis at 2, so the equation of the line is y equals 2. Here's another one. This one here is at minus 3. So this is a horizontal line, it passes through the y-axis at minus 3, so that's the equation. So vertical lines are in the form x equals, horizontal lines are in the form y equals. We also have some lines that go through the origin, and we'll talk a lot more about this later, but for the moment y equals mx is their equation. Now they go through the x-intercept, or x-axis, they go through the x-axis at 0, so their x-intercept is 0, and their y-intercept is 0. So they actually have two intercepts, but because it's at 0, 0, you can't really tell much about it. If I had a line and I know it goes through the x-axis and the y-axis at 0, I can't draw the line. I don't know if it goes like that, or if it goes like that, or if it goes this way. I haven't got a clue where it goes. I just know it goes through 0, 0. So I have to be very careful and do some little trick to be able to graph it. So let's try quick sketches here. Now, you don't have grids in your booklet, so yours is going to be freehand sketches. So for the first one, I'll do a freehand sketch to show you what it looks like. For x equals 3, for part A, you just do a quick set of axes, as fast as you can. You might put an x and a y just so I know what's what. And you look at the question, it says x equals 3. So you go out to where you think x equals 3 might be, put a 3 there, and that's the line. And you could even write x equals 3 next to it. Finished. That's it. Done. For the next one, x equals minus 7. X, y, there's the line, goes through at minus 7. So that's the line x equals minus 7. Finished. Done. So that's the process. So it's obviously a bit easier for me to draw them on the computer, but you're doing freehand, so you do it that way. Now for the line y equals, they're horizontal lines, so you go to the y-axis at 2, and you just draw a line through. Again, yours will be really quick. It'll just be x, y, 2, and that's the line y equals 2, finished. Y equals minus 3 is a horizontal line that passes through the y-axis at minus 3. Now, y equals 4x. There's two ways we can set this out. We can say, what happens when x is 0? So let's look at the equation. If x was 0, what's 4 times 0? 4 times 0 is 0. So if x is 0, you get a y answer of 0. Let's try another one. What happens if x was 1? Well, if x is 1, 4 times 1 is 4, you get a y answer of 4. So when x is 1, you get a y answer of 4. When x was 0, you get a y answer of 0. So you go to where 0, 0 is, and you go to where 1, 4 is, and you plot those 2 points, and you join them, and there's your line. Now you might prefer to set it out like this. Oh, it's got a y and an x. It's not vertical, it's not horizontal. You could do this. you only need 2 points to draw a line, and 0 and 1 are two easy points to work with. So if you come over here and let x equals 0, 4 times 0 is 0. Now let x equal 1, 4 times 1 is 4. So you plot 0, 0. You plot where you think 1, 4 would be, and you join them. That's the process. So you could do the same table of values for part F, or you could say when x is 0, negative 2 times 0 is 0. So y will be 0. When x is 1, negative 2 times 1 gives negative 2. So we plot 0, 0. We plot 1 minus 2, so cross 1 down 2, plot them, join them. And there's your line. Let's try example 2. With example 2, it says find the equation of the straight line that's parallel to the x-axis and passes through 2, 5. Now, if you don't have a grid drawn up, you're still going to do this. You just go, 2, 5 is maybe across 2 and up 5 might be cross 2, up 5, about there. So you just go somewhere there and you'll go 2, 5. That's it. The x-axis, the y-axis. And it says find the equation of the straight line that's parallel to the x-axis. Well, if it's parallel to the x-axis, there you go, that's parallel to the x-axis. That's my line. Well, what is that line? Hey, that's a horizontal line, and horizontal lines are in the form y equals. Where does it touch the y-axis? What's that point there? Well, if this point was across 2 and up 5, this point is 0, up 5. So this line is the line y equals 5, finished. So it's easier to do it on a computer because I've got the tables, but it's just line y equals 5. It's where the equation is. Time for you to try some questions. See how you go at doing these ones. They're going to get trickier in the next few exercises, but we want to first master these types of lines. Have fun, and I know you will because it's maths. Bye for now.